Hey guys, welcome back to Runora. Today we got some more changing rooms, a little more infrastructure in general, and we started with some shaded areas because shade is extremely important in water parks. Theme parks too, but water parks especially since you walk there barefoot sometimes. And all these feet would be burned if you would have no shadow in there to walk. And I'll take you now into the speedboat. And we are now in the first section. I planned already where I wanted to place the buildings. I thought this layout would make it pretty easy to get to the changing rooms without leaving the path too much, but also don't having it completely in the way of the people walking there. I experimented a little with the designs there. Also, if you're wondering why there were no videos in the last 2 weeks, and it took me 2 weeks to make this video now, I've been working on something, but more on that in the next video. You will see what I mean. Anyways, we started with some general buildings and facades. Then I wanted to place enough signs there so you know where the changing rooms are. These arrows look cool, but they are not really suited for the Viking themes. I think they look fine now after recoloring them, but it's still a little creepy. These things are really nice for making some easy shade areas without having to make it like a big thing, one big, how are they called, canopy. I placed one toilet in the middle of these changing rooms just so the people have some choice to go to the bathroom there as well. It's not completely realistic, but that's just how the game gives you the options for it. Then I changed some of the pricing because I just wanted to implement some pricing system. They are currently turned off, but in theory you could have specific prices for that. Then we decorated that little area there a little more. The complete thing took me again 3 hours, so all you see is 3 hours until 11-12 minutes. I'm just a little curious I'm not really sure about how I will manage the path system there now. Simply because I don't want it to be one big path, but I want to give the people the most choice to go to the place they want to go to. In the long run, I want to have on the left a little more open beach themed area, and to the right a little more in the woods or a little colder, maybe even with some snow effects. I don't know, I'm not really sure about that yet, but something in that direction. Placed some signs in there just to fill up the little space in the wall or on the wall. And there we have the general layout. These banners are really, really cool. I just love them. They sweep nearly everywhere and cover up some good space. Then I placed one of these bigger things to the side. Some support beams. Copied that to the other side. The big ones look good too, but somehow I like them if they are a little smaller. It's gonna be anyways. Copied a little to the side of the other side simply because it should fit there, and also it's easy. They look pretty similar, but the details are placed a little differently. I don't want to cover up the complete toilet thing with these bricks there, blue bricks there, simply because it wouldn't look like Blanco anymore, and it's too narrow. It's really too narrow to place something good here. Then I started making some planters, placing some planters there, and the little first start of the fence to the entrance, because people shouldn't be able to jump over there, and that area will be completed, or the fencing and stuff will be done if or when I am doing the parking lot, but I currently don't think it's a great thing to already start the parking lot. It really limits your possibilities, therefore there are still only these 3 buses. I placed down some rocks in the planters. I find it always a little nice if you have these rocks between the plants. It just looks a little more natural. And started with one side. It's really difficult to find the right trees for that in the game, simply because the game either has them too big or they are too not suited for that area. I changed the lights now. They are also from the side like the other ones on the exit side, but yeah, I wasn't sure where to put them in the first episode, so I waited for this fence, and I think they look pretty good in the fence. Yeah, they fit pretty good. And some canopies over there to create a new path, with some shadow in there from the changing rooms. As I said, I'm not sure about the path layout, but we'll see. So I really don't like clipping somehow, and that's how it looks like basically now with the fence. That's definitely too high to jump over. On both sides. Yeah, parking lot will be the big thing to round out that complete area. And then we got some changing rooms directly in front of us, and the ones to the side, just to remind you that you should change now, because everything else is laid up for people in bathing suits and not for normal clothing. and you see already we got some decent shadows in there, so you're definitely not gonna be too hot in here. Also showed you how I placed the other light. It looks a little bit darker in the inside, but I think you can still really see the signs. I'm not that fan of these outdoor water parks. I really like the indoor water parks like Rulantica and stuff, but outside water parks are a little different, mainly because of the weather. Either it's too hot or it's too cold, and I personally don't like it very much. Thank you for watching. This is the end, and see you in the next video.